All right, so we are out at the woods, and the last I spoke with the builders is they would be done on Tuesday, so I figured they would be wrapping up on Tuesday. So today's Tuesday. I said I'll take a run out there just to see how close they are. I'm probably going to be finishing up when I get there. It's 5 p.m. So I roll in, and not only are they gone, but the building is completely finished. For the most part. I think I may have found something that they've possibly have forgotten, but it looks pretty good, so let's take a look at it. So there it is. So, and like we've said in other videos here, this is a 26 wide and 30 deep, and it's a 10-foot 6 to the bottom of the overhang there, and the door that's going to be going in here is a 9-foot tall by 16 wide. So there's some stuff about the building, the actual building here itself, the structure, I guess, that I wasn't sure on. Like those hangers there, I wasn't sure what those were for. I thought they were just going to nail like a 2x4 across the trusses here, but they actually have hangers in between, which I guess is okay. That's a different way of doing it. The spacing on the trusses is 10 feet. So, and they got bracing. So they got a 2x6 brace here. Those are supposed to go in the corners, but because we got windows, that didn't work out. So they got bracing there. They got bracing on that wall. There's bracing on that one. And then over on this side, kind of the same thing again. So 2x6 girts all the way up from the grade board, which is good. Sometimes you see 2x4s depending on, you know, spacing, but these are 10-foot bays. So nothing above here because that's the porch on the outside there. You got the framing for the door. Looks like they doubled up a 2x4 pressure treated underneath the door there as well. That'll probably be for the height of the concrete, I'm assuming. So, and then they got some 2x4 braces that run diagonal there underneath the purlins, the roof purlins. So, and then they doubled up the purlins like that. So I'll have to bring a ladder out just to see how the screws are in the roof, but they should be offset once they change the 2x4. It shouldn't be one straight line. And then they got braces that come down to the post. Same way on this one as well. But then over on this side, I think they forgot to do one. They have this one here, but then there isn't one there. I'm not sure why they don't have one there. I'm pretty sure they forgot that. So that might be something I'll have to take care of, I guess, or talk to the builder and see if they're going to run them back out for that. It looks like there probably is plenty of material. It looks like there's a pretty decent 2x6 in here yet. So some scrap tin, that's good as well. Actually, it looks like there's quite a few 2x6s in here. Some that are still probably 8-footers the way it looks. So that's good. I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. I just got here. It just looks like a box of trash. Some decent amount of tin left yet. That can be used for a project for something. And then it looks like we got a whole ton of screws left yet. Yeah, a whole lot of screws in there yet. So otherwise it looks, I mean, it looks okay. I haven't gone over it with a fine tooth comb, but like I said, just looking at the that brace, I feel like that's missing. So let's take a look at the other side. All right, so this is the other side with the overhang or porch, whatever you want to call it. There's a shot of the roof. So with the porch, it doesn't have, there isn't like a finish. There's a nail right there. It's not finished underneath. So this is one thing I was thinking about putting in, like a, I don't know if you call it vented soffit or whatever, but just to have this finish so it looks a little bit nicer. I guess it wouldn't be necessary, but I think it might just add a little bit to that. So that's one thought. I don't know if I'll do that or not. And then this is the, what would this be, the north end with the two windows here. So it, you know, it always looks nice when you first see it all complete. It's when you take some time and really go through, that's kind of when you find this stuff. But my overall impression here is it looks pretty good. Like there's nothing that like jumps out where, well, that doesn't look good, or these guys didn't take their time. Like even looking at the screws in the tin, you know, one thing you can do is kind of eye it up and just look down the screws to see if they're in line or not. You know, that's usually like a pride thing. It really, not so much anything to do with the structure of it, but if they take pride in their work, they'll want to line those up either by snapping a line or pulling a line or something. And these look pretty good. I'm not seeing any screws either that are like run down too far. You know, if you run the screw down too far in the tin, it'll end up like denting or pushing in on the tin a little bit, and everything looks pretty good that way. The soffit work and all that looks pretty good. I don't see anything there that looks wonkus or anything like that. And I don't see any scratches on the tin. Like I was kind of looking just to see if there was any scratches or anything like that. Everything looks good. Here's a seam right here, so there's a panel. You know, it feels pretty good. The corners feel not too bad. I mean, not the thickest material, but like I've said in previous videos, this was not the most expensive building. This was on the lower end of buildings. It was what I was willing to spend on a building, and I'll go through the whole cost of this building too once I have everything complete. So we still got concrete and stuff that's got to be done, but yeah, so it's not too bad. It looks okay. I think that's all right. So, and I like the layout of it. Of course, it's probably too small, and that's anytime you build any type of garage, it's always the first thing. Oh, you went too small. You should have went bigger. So, but that's just kind of the way it is. So, I'm gonna just take a second here, turn the camera off, look around a little closer, and then we'll come back with some final thoughts. All right, so I'm wrapping it up here. I'm gonna take off shortly. So, initial thoughts, I think it's all right. It doesn't seem too bad. I don't know if I'm gonna like fly the Northland Buildings flag yet or anything like that, but it seems like it's not bad. It's, for the price of the building, it seems like there's a lot of thought into the engineering of it. So I know with like my Morton building, which I know that one really well, that's got a lot of lumber in it that's really close together. That's one way of doing it. This seems like it's really well thought out with the way it's engineered though. They seem to really put thought in it to keep the costs down. So we'll see, I guess. Time will tell. But other than that, like I said, I'll do a video once I know the final cost of everything, and I'll include that and kind of itemize it. But yeah, that'll be it for now.